What we're focusing on today with SMART Career Goals helps you get more specific about what you're trying to achieve, and it gives you a tool to make that dream a reality. Anybody in here want to make their dreams a reality? Yeah, of course we do. That's why we're here. And a lot of folks have shared with me on the way in that the reason they're here is because career development is important to them. They want to be successful. They want to be excited about their work. One of the things that I found, and SMART Goals is a framework as well, the best creativity happens, right? The best creativity happens when you have some defined boundaries, right? When you have a context. It's that sweet spot that really matches your individual career goals with what the organization's trying to achieve. We're going to talk about the research behind SMART goals. We're going to also talk about what the process is for setting SMART goals. I'm going to take you through an example. And then we're going to focus in on your career development, because this will not work unless we can focus in on your individual career needs and goals. As a career coach, what really made a difference for me is when I could see the individual getting clarity on what they love to do, getting specific about what they'd like to achieve, because that's where the real power and the motivation comes from. I want you to not only think about, okay, I've set a goal, and yes, I'm goal-oriented, but also that you're excited and energized by that goal. That's also another key piece of SMART goals, is that they're actually things that you want to achieve that make you excited to get out of bed in the morning, go to work, and accomplish them. And of course, next step for success, how you put this in context for your daily activities. Because at the end of the day, and I think Carl Bard said it quite well, though no one can go back and make a brand new start, anyone can start from now and make a brand new ending. This is your chance, starting today, to define the career you want to have, the career you're trying to create for yourself, the direction you're willing to go in. Doesn't mean you're going to make massive changes, but it's a way of thinking about where you're going and what you're doing. It's a mindset shift that I really want you to be thinking about. All right, so let's get into this SMART research. All right, so two gentlemen, Locke and Latham, studied people who consistently achieved their career goal, or their goals in general. And they said, well, what's different with these folks, and how do they consistently achieve what they're setting out to do? Well, they found that there were 5 characteristics of what makes for a powerful goal. And I use that word deliberately, powerful, right? These goals can be something that change our lives, that change our careers for the better, or improve on what we've already accomplished. And what they found, Locke and Latham, was that SMART goals, using this framework of specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound, were really the key characteristics to not only enabling consistent success, but having them be goals that you're excited about going after. Anyone in here, or remotely, you can raise your hands remotely too, have a goal that they weren't so excited about going after? Yeah, we've all been in those situations where, you know what, this is something maybe I have to do, or something that I haven't thought through enough to really get excited about. Well, we're going to transform any goals you may have already even set for yourselves into SMART goals today. Here is an example of a person who's saying, you know what, I've been the doer, and that's fine. Not that I'm unhappy, but I'd like to get more out of the weeds. And I've heard some of my clients say this. And I want to be more strategic. There is a career development aspect that happens where we want to start to perhaps develop our skills or leverage those across other areas. So here's a goal: get out of the weeds, stop being just the doer, and be more strategic. Do you hear a little frustration in that? Get out of the weeds, right? Stop being just the doer. Be more strategic, right? There's a level of energy behind this, and it's not exactly positive, is it? Right? I feel the angst, I feel the frustration. Now, why is that not so smart? Well, I'll tell you, there's this idea of being for something and idea of being against something, right? If we're for something, if we're going after something that we want, the energy's positive, it's uplifting, it uplifts others, we get more support. If we're trying to be against something that's not working, that's dragging us down, or that isn't working for us, it actually sucks the life out of you, right? So there's a motivational factor behind even the words you use and the way that you frame the goals that you're going after. So this one, not so smart. The one next to it, though, is smart. You'll hear the positive energy in it. You'll hear the going forward momentum, right? Even by the first line, right? By the end of the summer, successfully lead a team in completing a project. Complete that project on time, on budget, and on target. And how about this last line? With positive team feedback, right? Everybody else is going to be happy with what I'm doing too. So there's a very different vibe or energy when you read these two goals. And so when you think about yourselves and you think about trying to be motivated and excited about the work you're willing to do, you've got to be for something. You've got to be moving towards something. That's what's going to empower you and enable you to have the energy, the vitality that you need to achieve your goals. So there's a difference here that I point out deliberately and I want you to see. So if any of your goals, even in your own mind, are written as, well, I want to stop doing this, that's fine. But why don't you focus instead on what you would like to start doing or what else you'd like to add to your skill set? Be more positive and forward-looking, and it'll motivate you and improve your chances of, again, making that goal smart and achievable.